Saturday at the state capitol in support of Dante Wright. He's the man who was recently killed by a Minnesota police officer. Recently in Denver, the police department has added a lot of training, and the police chief says his officers are prepared. Is this department ready for the next major protest?
Yes.
Chief Paul Pazin told the Problem Solvers he wants his officers to do things smarter and better, and they'll be doing it
Now,
with more accountability.
the camera is it fixed there?
Officers will wear body cameras even if they have on tactical gear, a problem during the George Floyd protests.
Are they Velcroed on so you can take them off?
Investigation found some officers failed to follow the department's use of
Because they killed Elijah
policy
McClain after
when
taking
they
off their
fired
body
less
cameras.
lethal weapons during the protests and didn't track when and how they were used. But Chief Pazin says a technician with less lethal weapons expertise will now help officers make sure they document that use of force the same day it happens.
What are you doing to earn that trust from the community to show them that this policy will be followed when in the past it hasn't been?
Again, the expectation is that policy is followed, and if somebody doesn't follow the policy, to include myself, then that person's held accountable.
The chief says nearly a year later, some officers separated from the department after the protests, and there are still pending cases examining possible discipline for others.
And it's not dragging our feet. It is that each one of these needed extensive review, and that continues.
Do you think it's possible that there are some officers that were improperly using their 40-millimeter sponge grenades or other less lethal weapons that will not be held accountable?
The question is really speculative, right? I mean, I believe that we have thorough investigations, and we have a transparent process.
The chief is asking a lot of the community to trust that these changes are being made.
The Citizen Oversight Board Chair, Al Gardner, says he'd like to see more tangible examples of the new training hundreds of officers are receiving and the benchmarks they must accomplish.
I don't think that we've made significant progress to say that we're moving in the right direction, and I won't say that we've made enough where I don't think we're going in the wrong direction. We're at a space where we're going to have to make that choice, the community and the police.
It's been painful for our community. It's been painful for our officers. But I'm also hopeful that we can recognize that we accomplish so much more when we're willing to work together.
The police chief is also looking forward to working together with
Officers
other
aren't the ones
chiefs and
getting
sheriffs
shot
and
and going
developing
blind.
mutual aid agreements. He's also been attending roll calls recently to get feedback from some of his own officers on other ways to improve. I'm Lori Jangleyhoff, Fox 31.